Well, since I have your captive attention, let me ask you a question. What's wrong with my wrist? I woke up Sunday morning and it hurt right there, back and forth, and can't put any pressure on this hand at all. The pain goes this way. Never had any trouble with the wrist at all whatsoever, and woke up with it's basically basically worthless. It got worse on Monday morning and got even worse on Tuesday morning. We did have a weather system rolling through, and so I'm blaming it on the weather. And there's a hurricane coming up the East Coast in 3 or 4 days. I always do worse when there's a hurricane on the way. At any rate, somebody somebody tell me if it's the weather or what I could have done to it. No trouble at all whatsoever. It hurts like the bejeebers right across here. I can't even use the mouse with it. It hurts to use the mouse. Can't put any pressure on it. Can't hold an ink pen. So somebody help me out. What's wrong with my wrist? It's really nice if we can be best friends with our family members and have warm and friendly relationships with our immediate family and get along nicely in the house. Sorry, itch my nose. It takes a lot of energy and effort and focus and concentration and determination and commitment to do that. You can ask me how I know. And I think it's probably worth the effort in the end. But aside, or I shouldn't say aside, but in addition to your close family members, it's a superb, cherished blessing to have close friends that are outside your family. And I have been so incredibly blessed to have very interesting friends. And I think it's part of the reason that people get interested in going to movies or soap operas, specifically soap operas. We used to watch Dallas 30 years ago, and that's the only soap opera I've ever been interested in. Um, I think the reason that that's appealing is that it takes you out of your own life for a while, and you with a soap opera you get to check in and see how your friends are doing every week. It's been an incredible blessing to me to call long-term friends, people I've been friends with for 40 years or longer, and find out what's new in the last week or 10 days or however long it's been since I talked to them before. And you can really never have too many friends. Even though I don't know the people on this channel very well, I have read what a lot of you have written from time to time, and I start to feel disconnected if I go too many days without making a video, and I have corresponded a little bit with a few people, um, trying to keep up with what's going on with them. There's a young man that completely lost his house in the first big swath of tornadoes. I guess that's not the right word. This first big bunch of tornadoes that went through in the summer, and I've kept up with him, and that's been great. But I don't want to waste I don't want to waste your time by telling you about things you already know and understand, but just it I think we all need to have an emotional emergency kit ready to go so that if things get difficult, you have a really bad day, um, you have a bad week, a bad month, a bad year, that you have some place to turn to that you can count on. Dr. Phil calls it a soft place to fall. I guess that's kind of a good way to put it. We all need a soft place to fall. Um, Not every friend is going to be there for you every single time. It's really not possible. It's not reasonable to expect that your friends will always be there when you really need them. Sometimes they are not able to do that. Sometimes they're at a phase of their life, or they're having a bad week when you're having a bad week, or they're out of town, or they're sick, or whatever. There are a lot of reasons. So it pays to have some additional friends on your shelf. Not on your shelf exactly, but not in storage either, but handy and ready to be put to use in a time of need. I think we can best cultivate our friendships by being a friend that's interested in what's going on in the lives of our friends, genuinely interested. I will um, put forth a little word of caution here. we really all need to be careful not to be duped, because there are a lot of people who for a time or a season will be your friend if the wind is blowing the right direction, or if there's something that they have to gain from it. And those kind of friends you want to avoid like the plague. We used to call them fair weather friends. As long as everything's sunshine and roses and you're not out of money, then they'll be your friend. But if you run out of money and start having troubles and get sick, then they're, down the road toad. So none of us really need fair weather friends. We really need tried and true friendships. And I hope and pray for all of us that we can have as many friends as necessary to see us through the difficult days. I really could not begin to tell you how I could have survived the last 30 years of some of the things that have happened. Everybody has their troubles. I've had a lot of health issues that I wasn't expecting, and I don't think I could have begun to make it through without awesome, incredible friends. So if I think of anything that's more profound to say than that, I'll write it beneath here. But if you know what's wrong with my wrist, it hurts right there, back and forth across from the bone on the right side to the bone on the left side is basically where the pain is, and it kind of shoots up the arm too. Somebody told me carpal tunnel, but I haven't had any trouble prior to. And I don't keyboard that much. I make videos. I don't keyboard that much. Okay. God bless you, and God bless all of your friends. Make a list. Your friend can make a list. You can both check it twice so you can have things that are yummy and nice to eat. God bless your efforts to prepare. There's a little bug. Now, if I can get this mouse in the right place with my left hand, I'll turn it off. God bless you. Bye.